Basically, I need the police and the ambulance and that because I've killed 4 people.
Okay, just hold the line. Bear with me.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Alright, come to me. Mate, have you got anything on you that you shouldn't have?
No, there's no weapons or nothing.
Right.
Do you just want to undo your coat? Have you armed yourself?
Yeah.
You have.
Have you stabbed yourself, mate?
I can see blood on your hands.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Just my chest, 4 inches in with a bread knife.
Can we have a look?
And one on the stomach. I bled quite.
Right, do you want?
Yes. Can we go down
No, just stay there.
I just don't want to be in front of her.
Alright, just go on the corner.
I'm just walking wounded at the minute.
Alright, stand here. Stay here.
Right,
So,
we told you, I know what's going to happen to you now, mate.
Well, I know it's going to happen
just
when you go to prison, obviously, again.
Why, what have you done? Have you done something to anyone else?
Yeah.
What have you done?
I've murdered 4 people.
He's been calm and compliant, but he's got some stab wounds to his chest. They're not oozing blood, but he's saying that his family are inside and that he believes he has murdered them.
Do you want to go?
Are you alright for me to go in?
Yeah.
Damien, it's 07:47 hours. I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. Do not mention when questioned something later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Your arrest is necessary to protect you from harm, to prevent your disappearance, for a prompt and effective investigation. Okay? I'm going to get you up, we're going to put you in the back of the van. Stand up.
Breaking news relating to the sentencing of Damien Bendall at Derby Crown Court. Let's listen to Detective Inspector Mark Shaw.
In detail within the courtroom on the prosecution's behalf, and also his Lord Justice in respect of the sentence that's been carried out today. But I will refer to a document and a statement that's been prepared by myself and the media department. Damien Bendall is today formally admitted murdering Terry, John, Lacey and Connie. The 32-year-old is also admitted to the offence of rape against Lacey. Terry's body and the bodies of the children were found in 54 Chandos Crescent on the morning of the 19th of September 2021. Bendall was outside the property when the officers arrived and he was arrested a short time afterwards. The level of force and violence that was carried out in these attacks was carried out with one intention, and that was to take the lives of those within the premises. They had all, by the nature of their relationship, come to trust Bendall, and he took the opportunity to shatter that trust. These horrendous attacks and the force and the weapon used would have left persons inside the premises very quickly incapacitated. It's also difficult to comprehend the nature of the further attack on Lacey, which has been described in the courtroom this afternoon. The families of each of the victims have had to endure more than 15 months of agony and heartache, but at least today they'll provide some reassurance that Bendall won't be in a position to cause further harm. As an investigation team, we've got nothing but admiration for the families in the way in which they've conducted themselves, as was referred to by the Lord Justice this afternoon. It's both helping my detectives in respect of gathering the evidence, and then in the way they've conducted themselves during the court hearings, and I'd personally like to thank them all for that. The investigation was carried out by officers and staff from Derbyshire Constabulary, the East Midlands Major Crime Unit, another number of specialist forensic officers and staff, and working alongside the Crown Prosecution Service and now Counsel, Mr Mabley, has come to bring the case to where we are today. My thanks go out to every single person involved in this investigation, how we've diligently sought to gather the evidence, secure and present the evidence, and bring us to today's results. As conducted themselves when faced with some of the most harrowing circumstances my officers have had to face. Whilst we as officers and members of staff of law enforcement expect to deal with difficulties, no one should have to deal with such tragedy. The sentence imposed today is one that will provide reassurance primarily to the families, but also to the wider members of the public, and that Bendall will never be at liberty to pose further risk. The families have asked for privacy and to manage with the aftermath of today's hearings and dealing with the events, and their victim personal statements will be released so that everybody can make some accurate reporting around that in due course. Thank you. I'll take brief questions.
How would you describe Bendall?
As a monster, as a callous monster who brought about the trust of a family, and he shattered that in a matter of a few minutes.
And in terms of the kinds of case that you have to deal with regularly, how does this, how does this rate, how would you describe this case?
It's been difficult to put it into words, and that's why I've had to refer to a document this afternoon. It's been incredibly difficult. I personally have never dealt with a case of this nature, and everybody I've come into contact with through the police organisation and through the Crown Prosecution Service have said the same.
Have you heard from the judge who praised the families? It's been awful for them, hasn't it?
Absolutely incredible. The way they've conducted themselves is an absolute remarkable and in awe really of the way they've conducted themselves. I've seen behaviour in courtrooms previously, and the way they've conducted themselves has just been incredible.
And how are they now?
Difficult to put into words. They did to come to terms with what's happened today. I think obviously a relief with regards to the fact that it's a whole life order, because that's what they were all hoping for. That's what we as a police service were hoping for, and that's what Lord Justice Sweeney has brought about today.